Hey lads and lasses, welcome back to another episode of Composer Ranks, Music Producer Ranks. Today we're going to be ranking, or we're going to start ranking because we're not going to do the entire soundtrack today. It's pretty long, it's almost 6 hours long. But we're going to start ranking the entire soundtrack of Fate Samurai Remnant, okay? So I have everything set up here already. The only thing I have to do is share, the stream on Instagram and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to do right now before we start. Let me see here. Here we go. Let me put this here. Okay. So, like I was saying, Fate Samurai Remnant, we have heard songs from this soundtrack before. It has been requested before, but in this occasion, we're going to be actually ranking the entire soundtrack. Now, like I did say before, we're going to be ranking a portion of the entire soundtrack because it's quite long, it's quite extensive, but certainly we will do it in its entirety eventually, since it's pretty long. So I have another good news, and is that I reached the Fate Reddit, or subreddit I should say. I reached them through a DM and I asked them if I could share the stream on, on that subreddit in r/Fate, and they agreed. They gave me permission, so I'm gonna be able to share the stream on the subreddit of Fate in a minute. The first thing I'm going to do actually is to share this on my Instagram. But after that, I'm going to share the stream on the Fate subreddit, and then we will begin listening to the entire soundtrack. Hey, Hauke, what's up, mate? Good to see you. We're going to start in a minute, okay? Give me 1 second. Just need to tell people on the Instagram stories that we're going live right now, or that we are live, more accurately. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, save image. Here we go. Now let's go back here. Yeah. Let's type something. Here we go. Streaming now. Okay. Let me write the title here. All right. And now let me copy the link to the stream, and we're good to yeah, we're good to go on the Instagram, but I have to share the thing on the subreddit as well. But that's going to tell me even less than this. Okay, YouTube. Here we go. Okay, streaming now, ranking Fate Samurai Remnant soundtrack. Exactly. Okay, we're good on the Instagram front. Let's share this in the Reddit and we should start. Okay, let me see here. So, composer and music producer. And I'll be ranking. I'll start to rank. It's more accurate. I'll start to rank the entire Fate Samurai Remnant soundtrack right now, live. If you want to participate, and rank the the OST with me. Join the stream. Okay, let's post this. You need background footage. Well, I actually found some myself, this walkthrough right here, but if there is any gameplay footage that you would rather have me use for the stream, yeah, you can link it to me on the Discord, and I'll use that instead of whatever I picked, which is probably even better because, well, you know the game and I don't. Okay, well, I think we could start right now. The first track that we have is Senya Genso feat. Lika. Okay, let me see the link here. Oh, all the cutscenes. Okay. Yeah, that works too. All right. Cool. Okay, let's start listening to the first track then. Senya Genso. Here we go. The first one has lyrics. They're in the comments. Okay. Okay, well, they're in Japanese though. They are here, but they are in Japanese and I don't read Japanese. This sounds quite literally like the main theme of an anime, you know, like the opening theme.
today
was solid. It's typical anime OP, but pretty. Hey Conkel, how are you, mates? Good to see you. Have you been doing good since yesterday? That was the last time we saw you. Yesterday. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. It's a pretty standard... Actually, I did say it before you... Well, I'm not really sure if you were on the stream by the time I said this, but I basically said the same thing. It sounds like a pretty standard anime opening kind of track. Okay, well, let's rank the first song for today, right? What are you going to give Sengia Genso? S, A, B, C, or D? Since this is pretty standard, you know, it's not blowing my mind or anything, and you know me, I'm not going to glaze the soundtrack just opening the stream. I'm very judgy. I'll give this a low B myself. A low B, I mean, it's like right in the middle. Okay, Hauke says it's a B+. Okay, we think it's the same tier, but I think B+ is a little bit too generous from my part. Conkel says B-. Yes, I can agree with that. Let's put it... I mean, right now it's going to be in B. It can be any kind of B, but we all agree this is B, so that's good. Okay, great. Let's listen to the next track. The Moon Swells This Night. Here we go. What I'm seeing though is that this looks like a completely different universe from Fate Grand Order and all the other Fate animes and series that we have reacted to so far. Although I don't know, these anime games go crazy. We could see like a reincarnation of King Arthur or Lancelot or something in Japan. And they are like a fish out of the water, you know, kind of character. They have to adapt to the culture and how things are in ancient Japan. It plays in the past, in the Edo period. Yeah, that's what I thought so. So chronologically speaking, we are in the same timeline as Fate Grand Order, for example. So it's not a different universe, it's the same timeline, but it's just in the past. Okay. FGO is way ahead of time, 2016 plus. Yeah. No, the only wow, that was fairly quick. Okay, lads, what are you going to rank the moon swells this night? S, A, B, C, or D? Well, while you type in the chat, what are you going to rank the song? I'll keep just talking about it. That the only yeah, the only sort of doubt that I had was if it was like an alternate universe of Fate, or is it was the same timeline just in the past. Yes, it is the same timeline. Everything happens in the same universe, but at different points in the timeline. Okay, Hauke says it's a C tier. I can agree that the song is it's okay. It's a pretty instrumental track with the flute and whatnot, but it's not blowing my mind, so I'll agree with that. Yeah, I could put it in C tier. Sure. Okay. Well, let's listen to the next track. A common scabbard. Here we go. Fate has a timeline like Zelda, kind of the same universe, but sometimes different. I think Zelda is, yes, it is. It shares a timeline, but the games are chronologically so bizarre. They are all over the place. Here's John the Ark. I'm so bad at pronouncing French, is crazy. But I guess that's Joan of Arc. You know, the famous Christian warrior girl that eventually was betrayed by the church and burned as a witch. Yes, but her altar form. What does that mean? Her altar form. I like this track more than the previous one. Her normal form is a ruler, a good girl who praises God. Her altar wants revenge for getting burned. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I would want revenge as well. Especially after she... did so much for her country. Well, to be fair, I'm not really that well versed with the Joan of Arc story. I read it a long time ago, and I didn't read like a super deep into the story. I don't know if you ever watched the 90s movie with what's the name of that actress? The actress from Resident Evil. I forgot. Mila Jovovich. That's the actress. It's a pretty old movie. Now it's like 30 plus years old, I think. I think it was directed by Luc Besson, which is a French director. It's the same director that did The Fifth Element. Well, TLDR, the first time that I've heard about her was on that film. I like this. You know what? There is this city builder game that I played, you know, some time ago. It's called the Emperor, which is set in ancient China, you know. And this reminds me of some of the songs that I would hear in that soundtrack, because it's, I mean, this soundtrack right here, this particular song, could work so well for a city building game, you know, like it's more like a chill experience. I definitely like this song better than the Moon Swells This Night. Although the Moon Swells This Night sounds way cooler than a common scabbard, but there you go. Okay, there we have it. What are you going to rank a common scabbard? I can definitely give this a tier above the Moon Swells This Night. Even though they are, like, you know, sister tracks, I would say. They are both instrumental tracks. They are both pretty chill. I like a common scabbard more than the Moon Swell, so I'll give it a low B myself. Just for a more jaded, slightly insane version of her. Her class is a lancer rather than a ruler. Oh yeah, lancer. Yeah. Okay, Hauke gives it a B and Conkel A. Okay, Conkel, you're... I mean, I get the A, but I'm not gonna cum that much. Let's put it in B. I'll put it above Zenya Gensu as well. I think I like it more than that track. All right, now let's listen to the battle version of A Common Scabbard. Here we go. The new body dropped. She looks like she's royalty or something, or at least insanely rich. Damn, she's sending this big bulky guy to kill them. Yeah, I can kind of see that she's a baddie if she's doing that. Samson the Goat. Oh, that's right! The Legend of Samson. So basically to defeat this character, you just have to cut his hair, right? And he loses all his power. Okay, that's kind of crazy that they're mixing these mythologies, you know? Well, to be fair, Joan of Arc is not mythology, but they are making it more of a mythological character in the game, of course. haven't heard about Samson in ages, mate. I feel like he was still alive when the last time I heard about that. Dang. I mean, that's kind of a tale that has been lost in time, I guess. Well, to be fair, I don't know if people still tell that story to their kids or whatnot, but I mean, I knew that story from when I was a kid, and that's like millennia ago. Fate servants are myth and legend. So is there a chance that we can see like Achilles or some shit like that being the servant of one of the characters in the game? Or Hector, or you know, one of those classic Greek heroes like Jason, Hector, Achilles, Odysseus. I mean, I would say that Achilles is more OP than Samson, if you ask me. Maybe Samson has more brute force, but Achilles is basically immortal, unless, well, yeah, you hit him in the heel. Okay, what are you going to rank a commons cupboard battle version? I personally will give it a B. It's alright. It's okay. I think a B, it's right in the middle. I like a commons the OG a commons cupboard track more than the battle version. The battle version is like a standard battle theme. It's not blowing my mind or anything, so I'll give it a B. Hector and Achilles, yeah, they are in the thing? Dang. Achilles isn't Fate Apocrypha. Okay. Mate, how many Fate versions there are? God damn. Even Odysseus? Okay. Okay, let's put this in B then. I don't think we can put it here. Okay, let's listen to Every Day is a Good Day. Fate has like over 500 servants from myth and legends. Damn. So they mix it like religion and mythologies all around. Because, you know, I mean, Joan of Arc and King Arthur were... Well, my understanding is that they were Christian heroes, right? Do they have also like Egyptian mythology? And I know that they have like Sumerian mythology as well, right? Like Pazuzu and shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. Myth, the legends, gods, even books. That kind of reminds me of an anime called Saint Seiya. I don't know if you know that that anime. It's a pretty old anime. It's like, I don't know, 40 years old or some shit like that. It's 30 plus years old, so you know it's old. And what they did is that they used to do these sagas in which, you know, they will fight characters from Greek mythology, and then they did a saga with Norse mythology and so on and so forth. Do you want a nursery rhyme? You caught it. Yeah, it does sound like it could be a nursery rhyme for sure. I can hear the nurturing motherly nature of it. Yeah. It's called Every Day is a Good Day, so pretty fitting for something that for a baby to be, you know, soothe him into sleep. Angra, Mainyu, Ozymandias, Buddha are in. Ramses II of Nitocris are from Egypt. Yeah, Ramses is, well, there's a bunch of pharaohs. Ramses the First, Ramses the Second, blah, 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 blah. It would be cool to see how the Egyptian gods are implemented in it as well. Like Horus and Seth, Ra, Ta, Osiris. Yeah, it's a pretty song. Let's rank Every Day is a Good Day. I can give this also a B. It's pretty soothing, pretty low-key, chill. I'll give it a B. Low B. Hauke says it's an A tier. Okay, Hauke really liked the nursery track. Jesus is not yet, not Noah. Noah is in the thing, but Jesus is not. Well, maybe they are waiting to add Jesus as the ultimate OP character, I guess. Conkel says B+. Okay, I'm not gonna give it a B+, but I'll give it a B. So let's put it in B. I suppose we could put it here. Yeah. Let's listen to Flowers a Flutter. Also the gods from India, let's see. Well, we have Krishna, Kali, Krishna, what's the name of the elephant deity? It starts with G, I don't remember the name. Kali somehow is in. Well, Kali is like the Kali the Destroyer or something like that. No, I think Krishna has like another form, which is the Destroyer. But Kali is like I don't know. I would say it's like the chaos god from Warhammer 40k or some shit like that. It's like the mean god. Let's put it that way. The dark one. Vishnu the Destroyer. That's the one. Yes, there you go. Kali's waifu tier. Dang. You really like the baddies as well as Conkel, Sam. Oh, Shiva is the Destroyer. Okay, so Vishnu, it's what? Shiva the Destroyer. Okay, I thought it was Vishnu, but okay, I was wrong. Gods in Fate have their own rules. They must be summoned into the body of an ordinary human because they consume too much mana. Okay, so what I understand is that if you summon the god by yourself without a human body, it consumes a lot of mana, so it's basically unsustainable. So what you do instead, if you choose a vessel and you summon the gods in that vessel. Now what happens with the will and the spirit, I don't know, or the soul of that person that is giving their body for the god? Also, she's the wife of Shiva, just a different form. Recall it being Parvati and Kali, all I can remember. Yeah, I am not that well versed in my Indian mythology. I used to be, because my granddad or my grandfather, my grandpa, really liked you know, the Indian pantheon of gods and mythology and everything. He read the Bhagavad Gita, which is like the Hindu Bible, if you can compare it to something. Okay, let's rank Flowers of Flutter. What are you going to rank this? I'll say it's okay. I didn't like it too much, so I'm gonna give Flowers Flutter a C. Flowers of Flutter, for me, it's a C. Could put it in high C. Okay, Hauke says it's a C as well. And Conkel says C too. Okay, yeah, great. Love to hear that. Let's listen to the battle version of the same theme. Flowers of Flutter, here we go. Shiva allows Kali to step on him when she's angry. Good husband. That's naughty. Another baddie dropped. Well, yeah. Oh. Okay, who is supposed to be the servant of this girl? It looks like dang. I can't tell from just watching the character. He has an eye in the chest, so yeah, I don't really know. The assassin guy next to her is the servant. Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. The one dressed in white. I just don't know what hero or legend he's supposed to be. Can't tell. Koga Saburo. Oh yeah, I have no idea who that is. It's probably hero legend from Japan or some sort of Asian country. Hey Deadhead, what's up? Anime is a menace. Well, yes, this is yet another anime video game in this case. His folklore revolves around a fatal descent into the underworld and his subsequent transformation into a snake god. Okay, that explains the snake, yes. I mean, one thing I will say about this is that Fate is probably one of the best ways you can get like a kid or something into learning mythology of all kinds. Worldwide mythology, let's put it that way. And for all kind of timelines, you know, from ancient Mesopotamia to the most modern ones. Okay, let's rank Flowers a Flutter battle version. I would say I think it's about the same to me. C tier as well. Where are you going to rank it? Okay, Hauke says C, Conkel says B. Okay. Conkel did like the song a little bit better, but I will say C as well. I put it in C, yeah. Okay, let's listen to The Abandoned. Oh, that change in the arpeggio and the harp sounded dark. It can be informative, but also, I suppose to try to say misinformation. Misinformation from gender swap depictions. That's true. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's an anime, you know. Even with a movie, you have to take it with a grain of salt. But at least you can get introduced to the characters, you know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. You shouldn't be taken like one-on-one comparison. Speaking of Japanese culture, since we're reacting to this game is called Samurai Remnant, have any of you ever played a game called Shogun Total War? Well, Shogun or Shogun 2 Total War. It's like a strategy game. The Irish heroes are cool with their geeses. Well, I can't think of a particularly Irish hero. Name me the most... Tell me what's the most popular Irish hero. Maybe I know of it, or I've heard of it before. Ku Chulang. Dang. No, I've never heard of him. You see, that's the thing. If you watch the anime, you would know. Or I would know, I should say. Ku Chulang is basically Irish Hercules, okay? Eschatot, the dude with Calabalk. The Heracles of Celtic lore. Alright. You see, there is a good example. I am not well versed with Irish mythology or heroes, like, at all. This is the first time I've heard about this. And you know it because you watched the anime. That's actually kind of funny. You see, if you ever hear someone telling you like anime is a waste of time, now you have a good example. You tell that person, listen mate, if you watch Fate, you can actually learn cultures from all over the world and mythologies from all over the world. Okay, there you have it. The Abandoned. What are you going to rank The Abandoned? I think this is a sister track to these two, but I would say The Abandoned is darker and has more intrigue into it. So it definitely has more tension. We'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. Okay, Hauke says B. Okay, I do agree. And Conkel says A. Conkel, you're being very koomy. You're giving these tracks a way too much higher than it deserves. But that's fine. I respect your opinion, even though it's wrong. It's fine. Okay, let's put this one here. So let's listen to the battle version of The Abandoned. Oh look, it's Samson again. He looks like Broly from Dragon Ball, you know, with the green hair. Because I think Broly, even when he's in the Super Saiyan mode, he has like a blondish, greenish hair, basically. I wonder if they actually took inspiration from that, you know? Maybe. That's literally Broly from Dragon Ball. It's just Kumin and exploding his ki. Dang, he pulverized the whole village. He used reality marble. I wonder how his marbles look. I think he lost his marbles, that's what you mean. Maybe they have green hair too. A reality marble is a high-level magical ability that materializes the user's inner soulscape into the physical world, temporarily replacing the surrounding reality with a pocket dimension based on their personal desires, memories, or inner psyche. So that means that Samsung's pocket dimension is basically hell or something, because it scorched everything around him. Okay, that's the battle version of the Abandoned. I don't like this as much as the OG track, so I'll give it a C. Personally, I'll give this battle version of the Abandoned a C tier. What are you going to rank the Abandoned battle theme? Okay, Hauke says C. All right. We seem to be pretty much in agreement on everything. Conkel agrees with us. A miracle. Okay, let's put it in C. Let's put it here. Oh, great. Let's listen to the Shogun's Territory. And by the way, none of you wretches played Shogun, the Shogun game that I told you about. Hey, Firesdale, what's up? How you doing, mate? Hello? Just here to lurk. Lurks are welcome. And now, no, if it's PC only, I have not much access to them PC games, only consoles. I think this is a PlayStation game as well. PS4, I think. By the way, the anime is called Unlimited Playworks because of the protagonist's reality marble, Unlimited Playworks. Oh, that's the literal name of his ability. Okay. Must be pretty OP if it's the the name of the whole anime. This particular track has more, even though the performance in the, I don't know if that's if the main instrument is a shamisen. It sounds like it's a shamisen. It's pretty organic, the performance, so it was probably played by an actual musician instead of a computer library, a sample library. But like the vibe of the song sounds more like cold and logical, like you're playing a strategy game or something. I mean, the song is called The Shogun's Territory, so it almost sounds like you're trying to strategize or something. Okay, let's rank this one. The Shogun's Territory. Where are you going to rank it? Alright, gotta go. Work order this weekend. Dang, Conkel. They should leave you alone. Weekend is for the Lord. Okay, thank you, Conkel, for coming by, mate. I hope you have a good work day, weekend. Okay, Hauke says low C and Conkel says high C. I agree, this is a C tier. I'll put it here. Let's put it here. It's alright, I guess. Let's listen to the battle version now. He's holding the umbrella like he's a dead body. Oh, I think he's actually dead. Maybe because they cut his hair, right? I guess. He lost his powers. Now she's without a servant, meaning that she doesn't have her protection, I guess. Damn. I feel like this is the one battle track or the one battle version of a track that I like more than the OG one, so far at least. Okay, yeah, I can definitely say that I like this version more than the OG Shogun's Territory. So what are you going to rank it? I'll say that... I'm not really sure if I should put this in B though. Oh, okay, you're saying B? B plus. Dang. It's pretty high. I'll put it in B, but I'll put it in low B. I don't think I can put this... I think it's below a common scabbard. Yes. Let's put it in low B. We agree on the tier, but not where in the tier. That's better than nothing. Okay, next track is A Foreign Wind. Here we go. This song has a completely different vibe. It sounds more European than Japanese. Well, to be fair, the song is called A Foreign Wind. So maybe it's the arrival of a European into Japan or something? Because this doesn't sound Japanese at all. Well, A Foreign Wind. Yes, exactly. Yes. That's what I was talking about. That's a beautiful melody, mate. It is. And the trills, oof. I'm actually wondering, but I think if this track has a battle version, yeah. I wonder how is that going to be. It's the theme of the girl with the head. I think you mean with the hat, I guess, because she's a mage from England. Okay, yeah, Europe. Makes sense. Yeah, I can definitely give this song. This is one of my favorite songs so far. So I'm in between a high B and an A. What are you going to rank it though? Hello, A? Yeah, I'm pretty close to that. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll give it an A. Low A, that is. But right now, we don't know if it's high A or low A. We need more A tiers. We don't have any S tiers so far. But that's okay, because we have a long way to go. Let's listen to the battle version now of A Foreign Wind. Okay, well, you add the percussion, it already adds, you know, a layer of a threshold tension above the previous one, of course. This battle version is pretty cool too. I think this is the battle version that is best arranged from the ones that we have heard so far. Well, at least on the stream, you know what I mean. The only thing that it needs is the thrills that were happening in the OG track. Okay, let's rank the battle version of A Foreign Wind. I will say definitely I can rank this on A tier as well. I think this is my favorite battle arrangement of any of the tracks that we have listened so far. But I'll give it an A as well. A2, excellent. That's awesome. Let's put in an A tier as well. Okay, next one is refined and crude in turn. You like this one? It's chill. Yeah, it's pretty chill. It has a slight jazzy vibe. Noir even. Somehow jazzy. Hey! We said the same thing! We are in the same place right now, Hauke. You and me right now. We are in the same marble. Yeah, the smooth percussion along with the piano is what's giving the song a very smooth jazz vibe. It fits very well. All right, let's rank refined and crude in turn. I think definitely the jazzy elements in the song it's what sells the track for me. But I wouldn't say this is at the level of A Foreign Wind by any means. No. If I had to rank it, I would put it in the B tier. Okay, you're saying it's A tier. Okay. We seem to have an impasse right here, Hauke. And there's probably more people in the stream right now watching, but they are lurking right now. So it's going to be a face-off in between you and me, it appears. So in that case, we're going to have to do the trusty decider of all these impasses. You guessed it right. The coin! The coin shall set you free. Coin toss. All right. Well, this first toss obviously doesn't count. So, okay, there we have it. There it is. Okay. So, best of 3. Heads is A, tails is B. All right? Here we go. And boomba. Heads. Okay, fine. You have 1. Relax, okay? Relax. You haven't won yet. You need 1 more, but I need 2 more. Come on, baby. Come on. And yeah, boom. Yes. I told you not to get excited. 1 more. Next one wins. Come on, I can see it. I can see it. Come on. Come on. Damn it. I need to calm down. Fine. Fine, Hauke, you win. You see, I'm not like you, wretches. I'm not like you, wretches, that yeah. I'm not gonna cry. The coin is fair. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I accept my fate. I don't cry like you. Okay? That is saying that the thing is rigged or whatever. It's not. Fine, let's go in A. It's not gonna go above the other tracks though. I'm gonna have my tiny win there. That went smooth like the song. Okay. Okay, relax, okay? Don't get cocky. Let's listen to the next track. Where Lotuses Bloom. Here we go. Florence Nightingale is a servant in fate, and she has a berserker with X-rank madness. Who was the berserker? This character? I mean, I don't even know if this character is Florence, though. She is the berserker. It's the other way around. Okay. Florence is the berserker, yeah. The English Lady of the Land from World War II. They're even bringing characters from World War II. Is Hitler even in? I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. We will be surprised if a Nazi member was in the game in some shape or form. I mean, Conkel told me that Hitler is in a Persona game, so I mean, if Hitler is in the Persona game, I guess he could be in Fate as well. Okay, let's rank Where Lotuses Bloom. What do you think we should rank this? It's a super chill track. Similar to this and this. But this is has a nurturing, motherly quality to it. I think I could place this. Dang. Hauke says a B tier. I suppose we could put it in B tier, yeah? Let's put it in B, yeah. Put it here. Right here. I can agree with that. Let's listen to the next one, which is a battle version of that song. Florence died in 1910. In that case, she's not from World War II. I mean, she's not even from World War I. No Hitler yet. Lamal. Christopher Columbus is in, and he's a full-on Oliver. If they have Christopher Columbus, they could have Magellan, perhaps. And who was another one of those great navigators? Who was that lad that navigated the entire world for the first time? All around the globe. The creators of Fate themselves say they won't add new gen servants because it might potentially offend people. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but People get offended by all kinds of things, mate. I mean, if you add, I don't know, Julius Caesar. I mean, just adding Christopher Columbus is already problematic for some people because they're going to say like, oh, well, he was, you know, he enslaved a bunch of people. How could you add Christopher Columbus? Or Hernan Cortez, right? Hernan Cortez as well. How could you add the conquistadors to face? That's such a terrible thing to do. I mean, it's people that complain that Christopher Columbus is in the anime, but they think that if they add Genghis Khan or Attila, it's like awesome. And it turns out that Attila and Genghis Khan were insanely bloodthirsty rulers. You know, they expanded their power and domains through sheer warfare and slaughter and murder. So, I mean, Florence Nightingale's great-grandson knows of her depiction in Fate and has done videos on it. He's a YouTuber. Well, I suppose he doesn't have to be a YouTuber just to share your opinion on that thing specifically, right? You make a couple of videos sharing your opinion and that's it. That doesn't make you a YouTuber or a content creator, I guess. Okay, well, let's rank Where Lotuses Bloom, the battle version. What are you going to rank this? I feel like I could give it a low B myself. It was okay. I'm not too crazy about the battle version of this. Fate often portrays characters in shades of moral gray rather than in black and white. But that's just more interesting for sure in terms of storytelling. Low B? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Put it here. Okay, let's listen to Flickering After Image. Although, I mean, I know you said that they don't want to add modern characters because it could offend people, so we won't probably see anybody from World War II. You know who? But it would be kind of crazy that they brought that character and made it somehow in a shade of gray kind of thing. I think that would be bad. It sounds like, I don't know, something is stalking you to murder you or something. It has a little bit of a horror arrangement in the composition, yeah. They make it out that he was actually trying to save humanity from aliens. Right, because we need the best of the best, right, to beat an interplanetary species or something. Sure, that's gonna save us from the aliens. That makes total sense. We can't, but at the time we couldn't even go to into space. But by having the perfect race, we would be able to beat the aliens. That makes total sense. We got Voyager 1. Yeah, exactly. Voyager 1 is the farthest thing from the Earth made by man. Right now, I think it's even out. Right now, it's outside of our solar system. So right now, Voyager 1 is literally in the void of space. It's not even in our solar system anymore. So that's the most forever alone thing that's in the universe right now, made by man. He means Voyager 1 is an actual servant. No, I understand in that it's probably a character in the anime, but I'm just talking from the context of you know, what I know Voyager 1 is. Flickering after image is basically like a very tense horror-like track. I mean, for the purposes of that, it's a great track. But it's not necessarily a track that I would rank very high because it's not going to be on a playlist or something. So I suppose I could give it like a low B. Because even though I think the song does create a lot of tension and it's horror-like and it's unique in its own right because of that, it's not a song that I would hear personally. So Hauke says it's a C tier. We can go with low B. No, I think we can go with slow C. Let's go with slow C, Hauke. We can't put this in B with these tracks. I think it's a disservice. I'm going to backtrack your vote to the previous C that you just wrote, okay? Let's put it, we can put it beside the Shogun's territory. Let's put it there. Let's see how is the battle version of this track. Now this sounds like it's a Sekiro boss theme or something. It's even like the horror, the horror elements that the song has are significantly now in the brass. Like you can think even of Bloodborne right now. Oh, speaking of which, is there any Eldritch characters in Fate? That's another thing that we haven't talked about yet. You know, it's like yeah, they got that one class and a story arc in Fate Grand Order. Okay. I mean, obviously the most popular one is Cthulhu, but I know that in Quake, the first Quake game, they did the Eldritch thing as well. And they had Shub-Niggurath, I think that's the Eldritch being that they had in the Eldritch being that they had in that game. But Cthulhu is the most famous one. It's the most famous one. Okay, let's rank this one. I think the battle version is C tier as well, but I can put it like above the OG track. I will say it's C. This is a C plus. Okay. I'll put it here. I don't think it's that. Well, actually, let's put it above the Shogun's territory, actually. Yeah. And I think I actually interchanged this by mistake. Wasn't this above right here? Well, I'm gonna leave it like this. If I switched it, I'll check it in the VOD. I'll correct that. Okay, let's listen to the next one, which is Wait for Nightfall. Damn. That was a massive Kamehameha. Fate mixes the Eldritch gods with real legends. For example, in Fate, Van Gogh cut off his ear because he serves as the vessel for one of the Eldritch gods and no longer wanted to hear the voices. You know what? That's actually pretty cool. Maybe if you think about it, maybe like Mozart or no, who was the one that got eventually was deaf? Was it Beethoven? Yeah, I think it was Beethoven, not Mozart. I think he eventually was deaf or something. I forgot who it was. If it was Beethoven or someone else, I don't remember. It would be funny if they kind of added him in Fate and they said like, well, he was deaf because he like tortured, like introduced something in his ears because he couldn't, he didn't want to hear the clamor of the eldritch gods or something. Heard any Warhammer news, Atlas? They say next edition Emperor might wake up or something. Well, from all the things that I've seen from people talking about that cinematic that they released, that official cinematic, I mean, you can pretty much clearly see that he's like awake and moving his head. So I don't think that's a speculation at this point. They're literally telling people that he's still alive. Now, at what capacity? That beats me, I don't know. But yeah, it's confirmed that he's not dead. Okay. Sorry, let me flush my nose 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, what are you going to rank Wait for Nightfall? I personally didn't like that song too much. If I'm being completely honest, I'll put it in D tier. I didn't like that song at all. I don't think Low C does it justice. I think that's the worst track that we've heard in the entire soundtrack so far. I'll give it a D. Mozart in Fate is not gonna lie. Blessed by God in Fate. Maybe even a D. Yeah, D is good. Okay. Yeah, let's put it in D. Didn't like that song at all. Okay, let's listen to Tower of Resentment. Okay, this is over. We can continue watching some footage from gameplay here. Okay, we did watch that. In FGO, Antonio Salieri is an Avenger-class servant whose lore is a tragic deconstruction of the historical rivalry between him and Amadeus Mozart. Yeah, it is true that he had a rivalry with him. Rather than the real man, FGO summons the manifestation of the jealous murderer, myth popularized by modern fiction. Okay. Damn. I mean, they have infinite... I mean, by they doing this kind of potpourri, multi-mythology, multi-historical figures kind of implementation in the anime, they have like endless source of stories to play with. They have so much. We got some different depictions of Jack the Ripper, but his identity was discovered recently, right? Actually, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. You're saying apparently that his identity was finally discovered. My understanding till now was that we never found out who Jack the Ripper was. But if you're telling me that they finally found out who he was, then I mean, a little bit too late. But at least it's good to know, I guess. In Fate, your legend essentially determines who you are as a servant. For example, Vlad III is really pissed off about having been summoned as a vampire. That's actually funny. Since he's better known as Dracula due to his brutality. Yeah. You know what's kind of funny about that? You know, regardless of the vampire thing, let's talk more about real history. Is that he was responsible for saving Europe from the expansion of the Ottoman Empire. So basically, a dude that I think he even was excommunicated from the church. I don't remember if that's true or not, but I think that's the case. Even a dude like that, all the European countries had to thank Vlad for not allowing the Ottoman Empire to just rampage through Europe like Mehmet II really wanted to. Okay, let's rank Tower of Resentment. Okay, this sounds like the quintessential epic track, Asian mythology kind of thing. It sounds pretty standard, so I'm not gonna give it like a huge rank, but I will give it a B tier personally. Okay, Hauke says B tier as well. Okay, can put this here, I think. Let's put it here, right in the middle. Okay, let's listen to Deep Inside. Ay, ay, ay. Is what else? Are there any Russian figures in the anime, like Rasputin, for example? Although Rasputin is a fairly recent, more modern figure in from Russia. Well, at the time Russia was the Russian Empire, or Ivan the Terrible. Something like that. Rasputin and Anastasia are in Fate. Damn. Ivan too. I mean, they have the trifecta right there with the Russian characters. I mean, I suppose they could have added like Stalin or some shit like that, but you know, that's also controversial. I mean, to be fair, Anastasia makes the most sense because Disney even made an animated movie based on her character, so that's like the safe bet. Do we have anybody from England or Scotland? Maybe William Wallace or Robin Hood. Robin Hood would be cool. I mean, it's such a classic character. Anastasia protects her master by jumping in way of gunfire. Oh my god. That hits close to home. Robin Hood is, I'm pretty sure, is not William Wallace though. Okay. What about, let's see. Any Roman characters, any Roman heroes or historical figures? Are there any emperors in it? Like, you know, Marcus Aurelius or, well, I suppose like some of those wretched emperors like Caligula or Nero are more interesting to add into the whole mythos of fate, but or maybe Julius Caesar. I mean, it's one of the most popular ones. Oh, Romulus in it. Okay, Caesar. All right. Yeah, it makes sense that Julius Caesar would be in it. Okay, Deep Inside. Deep Inside, it sounds very much like one of the most emotional tracks, but I wouldn't say that I felt particularly grabbed by the emotional gravitas, but I think at least that's what it's trying to do. I mean, it's called Deep Inside, so you know it's supposed to be around this right here, supposed to reach you there. But unfortunately for me, it didn't grab me. I wasn't seduced by the song in that matter. But I know it's trying. That's what it's trying to do. So I don't know. What are you going to give it? Hauke says C-. Dang, he didn't like this song at all. Well, considering that I called the bluff in the track. I'm not gonna call it a bluff. I think that's pretty mean. But yeah, it didn't grab me, so I know what it's trying to do, but it personally, it wasn't. I didn't achieve that with me, so I'll put it in C. But I think low C is way too harsh. I think we can put this here. Let's put it beside the Shogun's territory. Okay, let's listen to Clear Inspection. Caligula into Romulus as both man and god. Do they have any Roman gods? The thing that the Roman pantheon of gods, it's so similar to the Greek one. Like Jupiter is Zeus. Ceres is... Well, Ceres was about... is the goddess of fertility and farming and shit like that. So... I don't remember what would be the equivalent. Artemis? Is Artemis the fertility and farming goddess in the Greek mythology? I don't remember. I should know because this is shown in Hades. The Roman heroes in Fate are Nero, Romulus, Spartacus, okay, that's, yeah. That's a very important figure. Caligula. Well, to be fair, Spartacus wasn't Roman. He was, he was a slave, but I don't remember if he was from a slave from Gaul or somewhere else. But yeah, he didn't have Roman citizenship or anything like that. But sure, it's part of Roman history. Caligula, Astria, Constantine the Ninth. Okay, well, we are talking about the Byzantine Empire in that case. Which, to be fair, is the Eastern Roman Empire. The same shit. Charlemagne, Popes Johanna, and Locusta. The Greek gods are all whack. They made them all alien mechas. I think I saw some of that in one of the anime streams that we did before. Hauke requested some songs, and he told me that some of those were some of the mechas were Greek gods, if I remember correctly. While the Greek gods in Fate are mechas from another dimension to search for life force to harvest. But they liked our planet, so they stayed. Earth's pretty dope. Yep. Okay, clear inspection is almost the same as Deep Inside. Very soothing track. Just try to grasp, you know, the feels. Not really sure if it achieves that. So I'm gonna give it a C tier as well. I'm gonna put it beside Deep Inside myself. What are you going to rank it? Okay, Hauke says a low B. I don't think I like it more than Flowers a Flutter though. We're gonna have to do the coin toss. That's right. Sam doesn't want to vote, so we're gonna have to do the coin toss. Here's how it goes. Heads is B, or lower B. Tails is C. Alright? Here we go. Best of 3. Pumbaa. Tails. Yes. Let's go again. Boom. Okay, fine. You got one. It's not... Relax. You're not gonna win two rounds in a row. Mathematically speaking, that's not possible. Or, well, it's not that it's not possible. It's less likely. Let's put it that way. All right? Check this out. It's gonna be tails. Check it out. You ready? What did I tell you? What did I tell you, Hauke? I know my math. I know. I win. Remember what I told you? Don't get cocky. That's why. Be a watch. There we go. I like this one slightly better than Deep Inside though. I'll be fair. Okay, let's listen to Path Through the Riches and Paddles. Sorry, Patties. The Scatly Polka is just some modern dude with long blonde hair and a Glock. What? That does sound like some sort of Aztec or Mayan god or something. We got Sodom's Beast. 666 Nero. She got mad because the Bible is anti-Roman propaganda. I mean, isn't it a little bit ironic that Christianity became like the world religion because the Romans became like a Christian empire? Like the ones that crucified their prophet were the ones that adopted the religion he was talking about, you know, in his teachings and whatnot. The irony in that, huh? Eventually he won. Jesus won. The Romans became Christians. It looks like this section of the songs or the soundtrack, it's all about these songs that are trying to really get you in the feels, you know, deep inside, clear inspection, path through the ridges and patties. Although this sounds like it could even be like a town theme, you know what I mean? Sherlock Holmes in Fate is also cool. Well, since you said about Jack the Ripper, I wonder if they had more modern... Well, you did say that they don't want to do modern characters, so I guess they don't have them, but... you know, some of those very famous serial killers like... Jeffrey Dahmer and what was the other lad? Ed Gein. Okay, let's rank Path Through the Ridges and Patties. Same. I'll put it in C. What are you going to rank Path Through the Ridges and Patties? C+. Okay, I'm not going to put it in C+. I think that's too generous, but we could put it in mid B. In mid C, sorry. Okay. Life in this fleeting world. We don't got this. Okay, yeah. I figured it wouldn't be that case because, well, they are insanely controversial characters and they're way modern. This is a very playful song. That's a town theme. This one, life in this fleeting world. I thought the town theme tracks were the previous ones, the one that were very in the fields. But I guess you don't need to be so much in the fields if you are in a town, to be fair. So probably they pertain to something else. My apologies. And I hate it. It plays it plays for hours if you try to find one of the last collectibles. I understand the sentiment. You know, there's this game, you probably know what it is, but I don't know if you played it. Just Cause. I remember that there's one particular collectible in the game. There's hundreds of them across the open world. And at the time I felt like in a completionist kind of vibe. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get them all. They don't give you anything. You just can say, oh well, I just got them all, but that's it. You don't get anything special out of that. Such a trash achievement. The first command understands me under the video. Okay, let me see. Ah, yes. The where the fuck is the last collectible theme. Yes. I guess you're right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I kind of have a guess what are you going to rank this song, so I'll give you the honors, Hauke. What are you going to rank Life in This Fleeting World? I'll still like it, so it's a B+. Oh, come on! I was waiting for that D. I think you were going to give it the D. Okay, well, fine. You folded. You folded. You don't hate it that much. If you really hated it, you would have ranked. You would give it in the D. But okay. I mean, it's a pretty playful track. So I suppose I can match your B, but I'm not gonna give it a B+. No, I'll put it in mid B. I can put it above the Abandoned. Maybe actually above. No, I think these are tied. Tower of Resentment and Life in This Fleeting World are kind of tied. Okay, let's listen to the next one. Twin Flashing Blades. Let's go. No, it's still a good OST, man. Alright. Okay. But I think that lad in the comments would have given it the D. I think he would. He would have. That frame was sick. Her with the two lances and the fire behind. That looked pretty sick. You still heard the OST on YouTube, so I don't think so. Well, you don't know if he heard the entire song, though. He could have just go into the song, muted the song, and you know, wrote the comment just out of spite. As revenge. It could have been that. When you find out the K-Cup mommy wife whose servant is a gender band. What? K-Cup? What size? What size is K-Pop? Let me look that up real quick. Okay, it looks big. Yeah, K-Cup looks in the big bazooka territory. I don't think we got a K-Cup in Fate. Well, I haven't noticed. I mean, not today, at least. And in those videos that we checked on the anime stream, I don't remember watching a character with such big bazookas. Okay, I personally going to give Twin Flashing Blades a C tier. So what are you going to rank it? Hauke. I'll put it maybe beside the abandoned battle, perhaps. Low B. Dang. I don't think I like this more than a flutter, so coin toss it is. Heads is B, tails is C. Best of 3, let's go. Boomba. Oh shit, it's right here. Boomba. Okay, tails. Yeah. Let's go again, baby. 2 in a row. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Take that, Hauke. You don't win 2 times in a row. Me win. You understand? And it's not rigged. Don't say it's rigged. Okay? You already won once, but now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to win. Goes to C, baby. That's right. Let's listen to Overwhelming Victory. I'll get the S rank later. We'll see about that. That glissando was crazy. Went really high in pitch. Has Fate done any collab with any other game, by the way? You know, like, for example, Stellar Blade did a collab with Nikke, for example. Does Fate do collabs as well, or no? That tapping section reminds me of Steve Vai a little bit. Okay, it's fading out. Pretty upbeat, lively track. I mean, makes sense. It's called Overwhelming Victory. I think I can give this a low B. I feel like this is on the same realm as Senja Gensu in terms of the vibe and what it's trying to communicate in storytelling. So I'll personally give this song a low B. What are you going to give it, Hauke? FGO has no collabs because it doesn't want to fuck up its lore. Well, but I suppose the reason for collabs is not to merge or fusion, you know, like two universes at all. It's just like a fun little thing, but it's not necessarily correlated in any shape or form. At least that's my understanding. Like, for example, they're going to do Warhammer collaboration in Helldivers, you know? That doesn't mean that Helldivers now is... the lore in Helldivers is nearly in any shape or form connected with Warhammer. It's just like a fun crossover, let's say. Low B, okay. I agree with that. Let's put it, we can put it beside Senja Gensu. Yeah, let's put it beside that. Okay, let's listen to No Matter the Challenge. Here we go. But Honkai Star Rail has a collab with Fate. Unlimited Play works. So Rin and Gilgamesh come to the game. That's right. Gilgamesh is the Mesopotamian character, Sumerian character of old, Babylonian, I think. The Epic of Gilgamesh. Artoria appears in that doll anime. I think Emilia is one of those other gachas, maybe Wuthering Waves. I think they released some Fate-style toilet papers. What? Toilet papers? Are you being for real? I mean, I guess if the market is there, why not? Wipe your ass with anime girls. I mean, I don't know why I am surprised by that. If there's people in this world, if there's people in this planet that goons to Sonic. Let's be real. Animu toilet paper is not nearly as crazy as that. Yeah, Google it. Lamau Fate toilet paper is like a cover for the rolls, I guess. Okay, let me look it up. Fate toilet paper. Oh, okay. It's just that, like, the design of the paper that involves the roll, not necessarily the roll itself. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, though. It's right here. I thought that you were talking about, like, the actual paper with which you wipe your ass has, like, the faces of the characters, and I'm like, dang, that's a little bit too odd. But okay, I get it now. Okay, no matter the challenge. Let's rank no matter the challenge. I think this song is... I could put the song in B tier. You know what? Actually, no, because I don't like it more than Flowers of Laughter. So I'll put it in high C. What do you think, Hauke? You're saying C+? Okay. You know, we actually do agree with that. Put it here. Actually, let's put it above the twin flashing blades. Okay, fair enough. Let's listen to Shower of Swords. There is a video on YouTube with the title, "Can you live entirely off of Fate merchandise?" Spoilers, yes you can. You have to think that Fate is one of Japan's biggest franchises. Okay, so to live, you would need water. So I guess they sell water bottles with Fate themes. That's the most elemental thing that you need to live with. Water. There's food, of course, but yeah, I think that, you know, there's probably like 1,000 versions of ramen, you know, instant ramen of Fate. So yeah, that's probably true. What else? You need a house or an apartment. So I don't know if there's Fate themed apartments to rent or to buy in Japan. Probably there is. What else? Well, you need basic services, right? Like your internet, your utilities like electricity, water, gas if you have a gas kitchen or whatever. I mean, utility. I don't think they have utility themed. I don't think they have fake themed utilities in Japan. That would be crazy. But maybe they do like promotions with the anime or something, like commercials, perhaps. I don't know. They even have a collab with Axe body spray. Okay, well, I mean, that's not that far-fetched. A hotel room has with... Okay, a hotel, it's yes. They have... They have... What? They have utilities with Fate themes? What? Yeah, that's insane. I mean, I don't know what that surprised me. It's Japan. Fate ISP. That's the one that I need, mate, so the stream stops derping every once in a while, you know? I need Fate ISP. Who wouldn't want a spoon or knife shaped like Excalibur? That's a good point. Okay, shower of swords. I think I'm going to put this in the same territory as... Sounds like a battle theme. Maybe no matter the challenge. I'll put it in that realm. You're saying it's a B tier? No, I don't think I can put this in B tier. Well, maybe yeah. Do I like this more like than Flowers of Slaughter? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. You can put it here. Let's put it there. Low B. I'm going to put it in low B, not mid B, like you said. Well, B indeed. Okay. Let's listen to Bolt Out of the Blue. It sounds like now we are in the section of the... You know what? I actually like the structure of how this soundtrack is ordered, because it sounds like they grouped songs that are similar to each other. So these particular tracks sound like they are like battle themes or something. You know, Shower of Swords, Bolt Out of the Blue. We had those very in the field tracks like Deep Inside, Clear Inspection. Well, Tower of Resentment wasn't that much, but these two tracks were more, and this one were more in the fields. I like how this soundtrack flows. They decided to kind of group songs that were similar in the vibe and whatnot. Okay, there's something else that I wonder. You said there's anything that you can the things that you need to live in terms of Fate merchandise. I'm pretty sure there has to be fake condoms, right? Or fake pills. There's got to be. A condom in the shape of Excalibur. I mean, I'm pretty sure you will feel very powerful with that put on. Well, I don't know. Then that video that you saw is incomplete. We need to know. And I don't want to look it up on Google because, I don't know, there's a chance that there's some weird shit that can show up and I'm gonna get banned because of that. But you don't need that to pull out game, man. I mean, I guess. But the pulling out is not going to protect you from bugs and shit. So, yeah, you need it. We were talking about even pregnancies is pulling out. Sometimes it's not even enough. So, no, you need it. Okay, let's rank Bolt out of the blue. Same territory as Shower of Swords. I'll put it low B. Hauke, now it's C. Says it's C. Hauke, how can you rank that song on C tier? It's so similar to Shower of Swords. But you know what? That's fine. I'm not going to rant. I'll just leave it to the coin. All right? Let's put it to the coin. So the coin has always the answer. So here we go. Heads is B. Tails is C. Here we go. Best of 3. And Boomba. Heads. Am I going to win 3 times in a row? Let's try again. One more, baby. Let's go. And Boomba. I said it, you filth. Oh, it's so good to win 3 times in a row. How about that, Hauke? That happens because you go against my wishes. If you said B, this wouldn't have happened. But no, you said C. You don't learn your lesson, mate. You don't. Here we go. Let's put it beside the Shower of Swords. Okay, let's listen to the next track. Blood Win. I say, man, I win the S. Okay, when we get to an S tier track, we will see what happens. I like the melody. Da, 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 da. really like that resolution. That was pretty cool. When we come back to the main melody. Nice. I just wanted to give it that resolution again. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, give me the resolution again, mate. Yes! Okay, it's fading out. Okay, I can definitely give this song a high A. Personally, I'll give this a high A for me. This is one of the best songs. What are you going to give it, Hauke? An S tier. Dang. No, I don't know about that. I want to save my S. We have a lot of songs to listen to. Still, I don't wanna be too gloomy with my S tiers. I mean, I haven't ranked anything on S tier right now. And I like the song. I like it more than this one's. So, fuck it. You're right. This is an S tier. I'll put it in S tier as well. You convinced me. Hauke, you convinced me. I'll admit it. It's an S tier. Okay. Let's listen to A Stealthy Approach, which I skipped by mistake. Well, you skipped the mid for kick, so it's fine. Yeah, it is unfortunate that I did that because, I mean, this song and the next one that we're going to listen to are going to be hard. It's gonna be hard to listen to them after listening to Bloodwind, right? Because we're gonna kind of compare to the peak. I think it's unescapable. I was so concentrated in the song that I forgot to switch to the gameplay. My bad. Okay. Well, I think, yeah, I'll put this in C tier. I'll put this beside Path Through the Riches and Patties. It's C. I will put it in C. You're saying C as well? Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's put it here. Actually, I put it below Path Through the Riches and Patties. You know what? As a matter of fact, I like these two tracks more than this. Even Shogun's, I think, oh, we could put it there. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's listen to the final track of the first batch that we're going to listen of the Fate Samurai Remnant soundtrack, okay? This is Well Matched. Here we go. I think this particular track is in the same territory as this. Overwhelming Victory and Senya Genso. So personally, I'll give this a low B. I'll put it beside Overwhelming Victory. Personally. What are you going to give it, Hauke? A B as well. Okay, well, you're saying mid B, but I think this is more akin to Overwhelming Victory, so I'm going to put it here. It's not bottom B, but it's on the lower end of B tier. All right, there we have it. We have our first batch of the entire soundtrack of Samurai Remnant from Fate. We have arrived to the end of the stream, lads and lasses. Thank you so much for coming in today. If you came in to lurk or you just came in at the early stage of the stream, I really appreciate it. I want to also thank Hauke, which is the stonker of this stream. Thanks to him, we're going to be checking out not only these 32 tracks from Samurai Remnant from Fate, but also the remaining tracks of this soundtrack. But since it's such a long soundtrack, we are going to do it in parts, okay? And with that being said, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And remember that next week, we have a video game music tournament here in YouTube. It's going to be about racing games, okay? If you want to participate in the tournament, join my Discord and follow the instructions that are in the announcement channel, okay? You basically have to nominate 2 songs for the tournament, okay? That's going to be on Friday next week here in YouTube at 1 p.m. EST. And on Saturday, we're going to have anime music request stream on Twitch, okay? So I'm going to leave my Twitch right here for you to follow me. And, you know, in case you're interested in watching some commentary and reactions and analysis of anime music. Now I do them exclusively on Twitch. I don't do them on YouTube anymore. Okay? So thank you again. Thank you, Hauke, once more, and I'll see you pretty soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a good one.